What is up, guys? Today we have this Wybot C1 here, and this is another cordless robotic pool cleaner that is a great value. Alright guys, so before we get into this review, I want to mention that Wybot sent me this cleaner to review for free. I agreed to it as long as I can give my honest review. So I'm going to give you features that I like and features that I don't like, if there are any. So just keep that in mind, but I hope this review helps. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you this Wybot C1 is one of the best value robotic pool cleaners, cordless robotic pool cleaners on the market right now. For the amount of features that this has and what it does in the pool, it is at a very good price tag. Very inexpensive for what it does. Now, aside from the price here, what makes the Wybot C1 here? What makes it such a good choice? Well, let's talk about it. First off, this is a cordless robotic pool cleaner. As you can see, there are absolutely no cords to this. This means that it works off of a rechargeable battery. Built inside of this is a 4600 milliamp rechargeable battery. Takes roughly about 3 hours to fully charge, and it has a runtime of up to 150 minutes, depending on the cleaning mode that you use. That's pretty awesome because it charges pretty quick, so if you need to run it again, you can just pop it on the charger and throw it back in the pool. So that's great. Now, this is designed for pools up to 1,600 square feet, and it's got a really nice design to it. It's actually smaller than I expected it to be. It's taller, but it's shorter in terms of length. It comes in at roughly about 17.6 pounds, which is lightweight. Depending on the number of features a cleaner has, the more it usually weighs. So being at 17.6 pounds, it's pretty lightweight. Right over here, you can see it's got this nice easy grip handle right here. This is the power button to turn it on. And over here, this right here is the charging port. Let me go ahead and open this up, and you plug your charger in there, which it comes with. Now, I do want to mention, every time you use this, before you put it in the pool, you want to make sure it's closed and tightened. You want to get that wet, so make sure you do that. You can see right here on the side here, it's got a 4-wheel drive system, but it has a track system on the outside as well on both sides. Let me flip this around right here and show you. It's got 2 giant front scrubbers here, and this is really awesome. More than enough power to knock away all that debris up into your inlet right down here. And this right here is pretty big, which means you can pick up bigger debris at one time. So that's awesome. Let me flip this around here and show you this here. I love this. This is an easy access top loading debris basket here. A lot of these other cleaners here will load from the bottom. This is an easy access top loading basket right here. You can see this right here. It's a pretty big basket. This is great because it means that you don't have to empty it out nearly as often. It'll filter out small, medium, and large size debris, leaves, twigs, branches, rocks, even some sand. It'll filter that all out. But if your pool gets a lot of ultra fine particles, if you get a lot of sand, if you get that green dead algae in your pool, that sticky white filmy stuff, if you get cloudy and milky water in your pool, then you will need an ultra fine filter to filter that out. And this, unfortunately, is only a fine filter, so keep that in mind. Does not include an ultra fine filter. Now, for that price point alone, that's already a really great cordless robotic pool cleaner. But this right here actually has an extra feature. You're able to use an online app. Yes, you can download an online app and connect this cleaner to it and do a few extra things. One, you can change the cleaning modes with that online app. And two, you can actually set this to run a weekly scheduled timer. Yes, this C1 right here has a weekly scheduled timer, and I cannot express how important that is to me. It might not be important to you, but to me it is very important because it's very convenient. The fact is, if you have a weekly timer, you can put your robot, your cleaner, in the pool and set it to go on once, twice, 3, 4 times a week, whatever you want, and you don't have to take it out aside from at the end of the week to recharge it. That's awesome. It's very convenient for me, and that's why it's one of the top things I look for in a cleaner when I'm looking for a cleaner. And the great thing about this is that it is a very low price point and it includes a weekly timer. Awesome. Now, that app is very easy to use, and I'll go ahead and show you. Okay guys, so here is a look at the app here. I downloaded the app and added the C1 to it. Go ahead and click on that and go inside, and you can actually see that it is a very nice looking, easy to use app here. At the very bottom, you have your different modes here. Over here, you have your floor mode, focuses just on the floors. Wall mode will focus just on the walls. And then you have a mode called wall, then floor mode. So based off the battery percentage, it'll focus on just cleaning the walls first, and then when the battery gets lower, it'll switch over and clean just the floors. Now, to the right of that, you have something called the standard mode, and this is what you usually will use, where it focuses on both the floors and walls at the same time, not based off of the battery, so it cleans both during the whole cycle. At the very bottom, you have what they call eco floor mode, and this is your weekly scheduled timer, and this is used basically with your cycle timer in the middle here. I'll click on that. And this is where you choose how many times you want to turn on during the week, and it's based off of 120 minutes, the battery size. So if you choose to clean it twice a week right here, it'll clean for basically 60 minutes 2 times during the week over the course of 2 days. If you choose to switch it over to 3 times a week, it'll switch over every 2 days, 3 times total during the week at 40 minutes each, totaling 120 minutes. And finally, at the bottom, you can actually turn it on over the course of a week 4 times during the week at 30 minutes each time, and it'll turn on every other day. So this, again, is your weekly scheduled timer. Actually, really nice that you can basically set a weekly timer for a cordless cleaner here. That's awesome. And if you want to kind of cancel it out there, you want to go back in the timer and just switch that off and then go back, and you can choose your modes again the way that you want there. So awesome. Very simple, easy to use app. So I do want to mention a few things here. This Wybot C1 has that online app, yes. But if you want to use this as a standalone kind of a plug and play cleaner where you just turn it on, you put it in the pool and take it out, you can use it that way as well. But you will not have access to changing the cleaning modes, and you will not have access to the weekly scheduled timer unless you use that online app. So you want to make sure that your Wi-Fi, you have a good distance from your cleaner to where your pool is, to where your Wi-Fi is in your home. You want to make sure there's a good distance, because if you can't use that app, you won't be able to set those modes. You won't be able to use that weekly scheduled timer. Another thing I want to point out is that this Wybot C1, you can't actually control it with a remote control in the pool. There is no remote control. So unfortunately, you can't move it up, down, left, right. You can't get it to target certain areas of the pool that it may have missed. Now, I know that these cordless cleaners, that's usually a premium, high-end, expensive feature. So I don't really think too much about that in this case, because this is a really great value cleaner. Another thing I want to point out on the app is the fact that there is no retrieval button. You can't push a button and tell the robot to get out of the pool. It does have a self-parking system. When it's done running a full cycle, it will park at the end of a corner of the wall for you to basically pull it out of the pool. It comes with a retrieval hook that you can hook to a pool pole and pull it out of the pool. So keep that in mind. No retrieval button on the app, but you get a little hook that you can fish this out of the pool with at the end of the cleaning cycle. So I talked a lot about the C1 here. Let's go ahead and put this into the pool, and I'll show you how well it works. All right, guys, so we're ready to put the Wybot C1 in the pool. To turn it on is really easy. You just want to hold the power button right here for about 2 seconds. And then down here at the bottom, you can see that it lights up green right there, and it turns blue when it's ready. And now that it's blue, we're going to go ahead and place it inside. And the great thing about this is that it has a safety feature where if it doesn't sense water for 3 minutes, it'll shut itself off. But we're going to place this inside just like this. And just let it sink down, and it'll start on its own. Okay guys, so the C1 is on now, and I have it on both floors and walls, so it should be able to climb the floors and walls of the pool. Right here, you can see it going towards the edge of my wall right here, and it's able to actually climb all the way up my wall. This is a 5-foot tall wall right here. It'll climb all the way up to the water line and scrub it, so that's awesome. It really does climb walls. Alright guys, so take a look at the C1 right here. You see my main drain right there. Let's take a look at how it acts on the main drain. Goes over my main drain right there, and it looks like it's kind of stuck right there. So let's actually pay attention, see how it's able to get out, if it's able to. And you can see right now it's already turning, so it should be able to get out of that main drain. And right there, it did get out of the main drain. It got a little stuck on it. It turned around, but it's able to get out of the main drain. As long as it gets out of the main drain, I am happy. It's doing its job. And I do want to point out there's a front and back to this cleaner here. You can see it go towards the wall here, and that's the back of it. That's why I didn't climb up the wall. The front of it with the 2 front scrubbers, that's what will power it going up the wall to the water line. So there is a front and back to this. Alright guys, so take a look right here. The C1 is right down here. I'm 5 feet tall up here, and it's able to climb all the way up to my water line right here. Just pay attention right here. You can see the water line right there, the active water line scrubbing. Pretty awesome. You can see it go over my main drain over here. Kind of hit it at an angle right there. Goes right over it, no issues. And that right there is my very steep tanning ledge right there. That's about 4 feet tall, and it'll be able to go all the way up my tanning ledge to the top right there, which is awesome. You can see it kind of hit the corner right there. That's why it's acting that way, but it's able to reach that tanning ledge. Just pay attention right here. Just like that. You see that? That's my tanning ledge right here, and I love it. This cleaner at this price is able to reach my tanning ledge. Not many cleaners are able to reach my tanning ledge, and it's also able to climb up my water line over here as well. You can see over here, I have the tanning ledge right here, all the way to the other side over here, and it's able to reach this section right here. Awesome. If you take a look at this C1 right here, it just climbed my very steep tanning ledge right here, all the way up to this corner right here. So that's awesome. That's actually pretty cool. Most cleaners won't make it to my very top shallow ledge right here. This is only about 6-7 inches worth of water, but it went all the way up, and now it should just sink itself back down. Alright guys, I have the C1 out of the pool here. I just want to show you the debris basket here. Now first, I didn't think I had much in my pool at all. It already started out pretty clean, but let's go ahead and open this up and I'll show you inside right here. Look at that smaller debris right there. I can see it right now, but let me open this up here. I got some worms here. Look at how small that debris it picks up in the actual pool here. Just take a look at my finger right here. So that's actually really nice. Able to pick up small, medium, and large size debris here. Okay guys, so here is a quick look at the Wybot C1 in the pool right here. It is in all mode. Basically, it covers the walls and the floors here. You can see it climb up my walls really easily, and it actually climbed my tanning ledge as well. My walls are about 5 foot tall right here. I have main drains in the pool, and it has no issues with the main drains. You can see it climb up my tanning ledge, which is very, very steep. Basically, a 4 feet climb straight up, and is able to reach my tanning ledge with no issues. For a cordless cleaner at this price point, that's actually quite impressive, so I love that. Another great thing about this C1 here is the fact that you can actually switch the modes with that online app. If you want to switch it to focus just on the floors or focus on the walls, you can do that with that online app. It also is one of the few inexpensive cordless cleaners with a weekly scheduled timer, so keep that in mind. You can see it worked really well in my pool here. Able to climb ledges super easy, able to go over main drains really well, and it's just a really great valued cordless cleaner here. So you guys can see that this Wybot C1 does really well in the pool. It'll clean the floors, walls, and waterline of the pool really well. If you're in the market for a cordless robotic pool cleaner and you're not looking to spend a ton of money, you want a cordless robotic pool cleaner with a weekly scheduled timer, then this Wybot C1 is definitely a really good choice. Definitely a cleaner here I recommend.
We hope this review helps.